Dear friends, you're at the channel Russian with Puma Messi. Здравствуйте, дорогие друзья! Вы на канале Русский язык с Puma Messi. Actually, today we are cooking with Lillian at her kitchen. Добро пожаловать на мою кухню. I am inviting you to come to my kitchen and we will be making pelmenis. I know that is a long promised project and finally the time has come and we are making pelmenis today together. Why I was thinking about these pelmenis? Because every time when the New Year's come and everyone at the Sasha and Masha streams, they're discussing what to eat. Most of Russians, they're going to make pelmenis. Or pelmenis are actually one of the beloved products that are being sold at the stores. They're frozen, they're made in tons and in packets, and you can always buy some pelmenis. And if you have nothing to eat at home at all, you can always bring that pack of pelmenis, boil water, boil pelmenis, and you'll be fed with delicious, wonderful, and beloved food. However, the store's pelmenis is one thing, but the homemade pelmenis is totally different thing. And that's why Sasha is saying that he has this idea to make a friendship party or some type of friendship building event, because you invite friends at home and then you make pelmenis. You do it all together. We sit down around the table and then you make pelmenis. Someone is responsible to make a dough and we'll see how to make it. It's really very easy, but it's time consuming. Since I am alone here today and Don Pepas is helping me, and I have a visiting cat, Simon, who is also, so I have two cats today helping me with pelmenis. Hope that the process is going to be a little bit faster. And then, as always, I'll be refocusing everything. So it will take me some time to make the pelmenis, and then I will boil pelmenis, and I'll make a serving, and I'll show on camera how to eat pelmenis. Let's start. What do I have here? First, we have to do the filling, and the filling is going to be ground meat. And since I am from Siberia, and Siberian pelmenis, those are the thing to eat. So if you go to a Russian store and somebody would ask you, what type of pelmenis would you like to buy? And you say, I want Siberian pelmenis. And Siberian pelmenis, they are, we buy ground beef, or you can ground it yourself, you can grind it, and we take ground beef and ground pork. It's normally 50-50. And so now, of course, they have all type of pelmenis. You can make it with turkey, with chicken. You can do half vegetables, you can do half, or you can do pure vegetables. But we are making original pelmenis, how they're supposed to be. It's ground meat, going to be inside of a dough. We will need some onion, I'm going to clean it. And I also going to add some garlic. I'm going to add 2 cloves of garlic. Some people would say, oh, you know, it stinks because it's garlic, and then you have aftertaste in your mouth, or you can't eat it in any public place because you're going back to work and people going to smell garlic on your breath. Well, too bad. Those are Siberian pelmenis, and that's how you make them. You have to put garlic and onion. And since I don't have grinder, then I'm going to use a blender to chop this finely, and hopefully it's going to be really done well, that I won't need to do anything else. Okay, and now I'm loading my blender. I have 1 onion and 2 cloves of garlic, and I'm going to mince it really fine. I hope that this blender is going to do a good job for me, and then I'll add it here. Well, we've got more or less fine job. let me add our minced garlic and onion into our filling. Here it is. Now we need to add salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. It's salt, and let me make sure that we are just fine. Everything is good. I think we are good over here. And now my pepper. You know what? I'm going to add some paprika as well. Maybe a little bit more pepper. I think we are fine over here. And now we are mixing it. And I'm using my hand, as I told you. I took off my watch because it's going to be my work hand, the right one, and I don't want my watch to be on the way and interfere with my cooking. Smells very good. It smells of garlic, onion, and black pepper. It's just so delicious. And I think I mixed it well. Our meat is ready. This is more than enough because I'm not going to be making lots of pelmeni, or depends. Again, you know me that I never make a little amount of food. It's just if I make it, then I make it for the entire family. But never be afraid to have either more meat that you need, or be afraid to have not enough meat for your pelmenis. If you have more, you'll just make meatballs and throw into the same pot with the pelmenis. And some of those meatballs, consider them as naked pelmenis, and it's my creation. I just came up with it. I need to trademark this naked pelmenis thing. Okay. A lot of things I can cook, but dough is my kind of, I'm not that good with dough. So anyway, let's hope that it's going to be good. And for that, Don Peppers, you're not welcome at this point here. I know that you love the moment when I'm working with flour. Peppers is just can't help but get his nose and paws into flour. Let's see how much flour I'm going to have. Now I have 3, so it's a cup and a half already. 2 cups, 2 cups, 2.5 cups. For now, we'll see. Okay, let's do 3. Let's do 3 cups. 3 cups. Okay. We'll see how it goes. And now I'm going to break 1 egg into it. And over here, Peppers, no. It's really not funny now, Peppers. I don't need your help. Okay, here's the egg. Maybe I'll do 2 eggs. Maybe I shouldn't do it, but maybe. Okay, let's me 2 eggs. And you see, I always play by ear, so to speak. As I go, I make adjustments of whatever I want, and I also would like to have a little bit of salt added to the dough, just a little bit like this. And good. I'm going to add a little bit of the vegetable oil. And by now you know that my vegetable oil of my choice, it's my avocado oil. Just a little bit. Keep mixing, keep mixing, keep mixing. I think we will be done with water for now. We will be done with water and dough. It's a miracle what our nature has given us. It's giving us wheat, and then we make flour, and then we get some eggs and water, and out of this the grain that gave us our Mother Earth, we're making all type of products. It's a miracle, you know. It never ceases to amaze me what a wonderful, bountiful world we are living in. And now I'll use my hands. Yeah. See, when Sasha is saying that the pelmeni is the project for many people, and it's also a great family activities, very, very great family activities. And the workload is divided. Women are better at making actual pelmenis, and men are better at making dough, or at least my grandma used to get it here to this point of making the dough, and then my brother was continuing this because some strength is required to make this dough. Okay, wow, it's good, it's really good. And so it's nice dough, and I let it sit for a little while, and then we'll come back, and then I'll use my rolling pin that I bought especially for this project. Can you imagine what a dedication to you, my friends, I had to go to the store and buy a rolling pin because I promised you pelmeni. And here our pelmeni going to be. I'm so excited. Actually, I am excited because it's been a while. It's nice to go to your roots every once in a while and remember how the entire family was making this. So this was my brother's task to do. He was I had an older brother. He was almost 8 years older than me. The dough was his department. And my mom, my grandma, on my mom's side, she lived with us. We always were waiting for him to be done with the dough, so we would start making our little tiny pelmenis. Okay, we're almost getting here. That's why I'm telling you, it's not a single person project. The more people you have, the merrier. I remember in my classroom, we used to do this as the emerging activities. We had many students sitting around the table, making pelmenis, all in one sitting. Well, of course, the pelmeni is going to be very different, the outcome, because I love my pelmenis, so I'm afraid to turn. And look what I have here. I have here, it's a shot glass, but it's a measuring glass, and that's how I'm going to cut my rounds. I'm going to cut rounds out of this rolled out dough. And that's how we do it. That's how we do it, really, really. And if I had somebody here to help me, they would already start making some pelmenis. What I have here, I have the oven pan. I will be storing in here some pelmenis, made pelmenis. Let me show. A process how we're making a pelmeni. We take this round and we go and get some meat over here. So we take some meat, and my rounds are so little, and I'm going to place it over here, and then look, I am closing this meat, and I prefer to go around my little finger over here, and that is my pelmeni. This is one pelmeni, this is my wonderful pelmeni. And now it's all just about the process, monotonous wonderful process of making some pelmenis. And yes, and that's why I'm telling you, that's why it's time consuming. You're going to be quite bored by the time you're done with all the dough and with everything. And then, but I mean, see, I still have my skill, and I'm making them quite fast. And Peppers is not helping me. That's a pity, because he doesn't have hands. Нет ручек, ни ручки, у него лапки. Don Peppers has paws, not hands. And that's what it is. The dough is a little bit thick. It's thick, and that's why we can make a little bit larger. Still, you have to make sure that your meat is hiding very well in the dough. And that's the process. So anyone who is here around town, Monterey, California, come over, and we're going to continue making these pelmenis, and then we will make plenty of them. Okay, so I'll come back when I have a little bit more. Here, see, I'm building my collection now. Well, what do you do when you have all this roll-out dough cut in rounds? You making sure that you're lifting up all the leftovers, and you make the second part of the dough and continue working with it until no dough left, and all you have just pelmenis. And this goes into the processing bag. Look at this. So now you know what the pelmenis are, and what is so, and why there is so much fuss about it. Because it's a process, and the more people you have making pelmenis, the sooner you're going to eat. That's how it works. Let's continue making our pelmenis. Simon, you came to help? Simon came to help. That's so wonderful, because Peppa said, I don't want to have anything to do with you guys. Let that guest Simon guy helps you. And Simon and I, just the two of us in our kitchen. And that's why, okay, this is the cultural project. And that's how it was in Siberian cities. The entire family was sitting around the table making these pelmenis. And imagine if I am by myself going to make maybe 100 of this. And I will put them in the freezer and they're going to stay there for a very, very long time. And then when I'm hungry and I have nothing to eat, I defrost them and throw 10 of this or 20 of this into a pot. And I will have a delicious meal. Yes, Simon, yes. Oi, 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 oi. Это Simon, that's his wonderful, that's how Siamese are. Their voice is just wow, so scary. So, back to our story. Imagine that the big family, like few children, mother, grandmother, they all sit around this table making tons and lots of pelmenis, and then they freeze them in this type of pans. They take them out to the street, or because the entry of the house in Siberian house, it wasn't heated. The temperature was equal at the outside of the street and at the entry also, though it's a shaded area, it's like the entrance. So no animals, no dogs going to get into it, no bears not going to get into it, no one. And then when they're frozen, you just pour them in a big sack and you leave it out in your entrance area, and you have food for all the occasions. And since these pelmenis, they are such a interesting thing, in my household, for example, pelmeni, the smell of pelmenis always signified that it was either New Year's or birthday, because we always were making on the family's birthday pelmenis. And that's why, since my birthday is on Saturday, February 4th, I'm going to premiere this video, and it's going to take place at noon Pacific on Saturday at noon. I will be waiting for you guys, and we will be making these pelmenis as if you're in my house and I'm not that lonely. Okay, this is my meat. And so where did I drop this story? And the huge sack of these pelmenis, this tall, maybe 500,000 pieces each. They will serve, I don't know, for a couple of months maybe, when you didn't have anything to eat, you didn't have an elaborate cooking. This is really, you boil water and you have a delicious meal every time you want it. In different regions, pelmenis differ. I know that right now, maybe people from European part of Russia, they're looking at me saying, wow, what is she doing with those little things? Yes, I prefer my pelmenis really little, and this is the best shot glass size to have it. I don't want it larger, I don't want it smaller. This is perfect size, and that's how you make it. And when you boil pelmenis, there is a divine smell that goes throughout the house. And every time when I was approaching the house, when I was little, for example, I'm coming from school and I smell pelmenis, it's either we have guests or somebody's birthday and we're going to have a wonderful supper. And I loved making pelmenis. Right now I am on a time travel machine and I am in my thoughts as if I am back in my childhood with my family. Warm feelings. And so far we're getting more and more pelmenis. Look at this, more and more. I think and I am done with the first batch. Look at this, how many. And I prefer my rows perfect. So when you count it, you can multiply and you know exactly how many pelmenis do you have. That's me. It's just me. So we are doing repeat action. And when you are done with one roll out piece of dough, then you're doing the second one until you run out of meat and you run out of dough. Well, my dear friends, that's been quite a day, but look how many I did, that's how many pelmenis I made today. This is the one oven pan, and then I also have half of my cutting board. I have well over 100 those. And guess what? Of course, I haven't run out of dough nor out of ground meat. So I wrapped everything up, I put it in the refrigerator, and it's going to be waiting for another rainy day when I'm going to be making pelmenis. And for now, we are kind of done with that. And the time has come for the magic of making a meal. Well, here we go. This is my pot, кастрюля. Let's pour some water, and let's pour some water into it. I'm not going to boil a lot of them because remember, I don't expect any guests for tonight, and this meal is very good when it's fresh. And now we are going to be waiting until the water boils, and I also will salt. Okay, I think that would be enough salt into it, and now we are waiting until it boils. When it boils, I'll put in our pelmenis, and then 5 to 7 minutes until they all boil and surface. That's how my mom used to teach me, saying, when the pelmenis is surfaced, then it's good, it's done. And till this day, I always say that. Okay, when the pelmeni is on the surface and they're floating easily in the boiling water, means they are done. Very important, when it's not quite boiling, but at the point to boil, you have some little bubbles on the bottom over there, that oxygen is just going up to the surface. That's the perfect time when we add bay leaf. And without the bay leaf, no pelmenis. One leaf, and another leaf. It's broken, so I've got bay leaf, and I don't add anything else because it's pretty much like boiling pasta. But in my case, I'm going to eat broth from it as well. But then you add everything in your plate. So pretty much you're boiling here because you may serve it without broth or with broth. And I will be talking about it a little bit later when I'll... And the moment of truth. So far, everything looks perfect. I'm going to come back to this. And you really, when you start, well, you all probably know how to boil pasta. The moment it's boiling, you have to be at the pot because then it's going to run over, and you don't want that. And that's why you would gorgeous. And you will ask me, what are you going to do with the rest of those pelmenis? Those are going into the freezer. They go into the freezer waiting until they're going to be served and cooked. I know it's so weird that now you see just part of me and I'm still talking while it's cooking over here. I want you to concentrate on that. And then you will concentrate on me when I'll be talking some more. I'll see you shortly. Boiling, boiling, boiling. The process is going. The magic of pelmeni is cook and make it beautiful. And the smell. I wish you all could smell this, because this, in my mind, always a holiday, always great spirit, wonderful time, family gathering. It's pelmeni time. Pelmeni is the thing that unites people in making and then in eating, of course. Okay, they're all surfaced, they're all ready. And ladies and gentlemen, the drum roll, because we are done with pelmenis. 2 more minutes. And meanwhile, I'm going to prepare a dish. A plate, a bowl. For the majority of people who didn't grow up in Siberia, that's how people eat them. They just dish them out without any broth. And you can add either sour cream, of course, or you can add butter or anything else, whatever you would like to. That's how pelmeni, whatever. Pelmeni is plural. Pelmeni is singular. Pelmeni look. That's how pelmeni look. But how I'm going to eat pelmenis, it's going to be the whole different story. Because again, Siberia, imagine it's cold during the winter. And you need to stay warm. Russians love soups. And this is going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Though we're not going to kill any birds, really. Anyway, that's how I eat. Because I will have broth from these pelmenis as well. And this is going to be my pelmenis. This is my soup is going to be. And let me show what else I'm going to add to these pelmenis. I'm going to add some mustard and pepper. And then I will be showing the final version of how I eat this pelmeni. Okay, these are my pelmenis. These are my pelmenis, which I'm going to enjoy when I turn off the camera. And this is my mustard. This mustard is pretty closely resembles Russian one, because it's quite on the strong side. Mustard should be very strong. Horseradish also would work with that. I put very generous amount of mustard over here. And then I also add pepper. And this is my soup, my broth, and my pelmenis. I wish, guys, that you were here. I don't know how many of you, it smells delicious. And it feels such a huge accomplishment that I did it. Finally, it's been since the inception of this channel that I promised you to have these pelmenis, and finally I have them. Okay, this is my soup, this is my pelmeni, and that's how I'm going to enjoy those pelmeni in a few minutes. Well, thank you so much for being with me here. Thank you, really appreciate you for the support of the channel. new subscribers, I welcome you all to the channel Russian with Puma Messi. And today we were making pelmenis. Why did we make pelmenis? Because Sasha keeps talking about pelmenis. Because everyone in Russia, they love pelmenis. And now I'm telling you that every store in Russia has a huge variety of pelmenis, store pelmenis. But no store pelmenis can compare to homemade pelmenis. I hope that Sasha will eventually invite his friends to his house and they all will be making pelmenis. We already, on the other hand, did this today with you. And on this cheerful note, I am wishing you a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. And by the way, it's happy birthday to me. It's February 4th and it's my birthday. Thank you for sharing my birthday with me. I'll see you all very, very soon.